I think it gives us an opportunity to just look at some different things, some different combinations. I don't think it's hiding. I don't think we've been particularly pleased with any of our performances in the last 2 weeks. I think we've become second quite clearly. And so this gives us a chance to move some combinations around and just try and reinvigorate our game a little bit, because I think Glasgow especially, I think the Edinburgh game caught us out a bit. I think Glasgow was just about us coming second. We were second in collisions, we were second in everything, and we need to find a bit of energy back into the squad. We're well aware that some of our resources are thin. We've got some. I think we've got 35-40% of our frontline team out, but that's the time for opportunities, and what I'd expect is probably a higher energy and higher mistake level. To not have high energy when people are looking at opportunities is disappointing. I think Europe's always important for increased experiences. It's not something that we set out and go, we're going to win this. But what we do is just set out and say we're going to get some great experiences. I think we've been robbed of those opportunities. Certainly last year it never really. It's a huge coincidence that the timing again is high COVID risk as we go into cross-border competition like Europe, and last year that hurt us hard pre-Wasps and pre-Bordeaux, so we never really got the experiences that we would have wanted. This is something again that we see both Perpignan, Lyon, Gloucester, Treviso are all, certainly the first three ones we're not used to playing, therefore they offer us different challenges, and especially the French. It's big, it's coming around the corner, and it's got probably lots of players stacked in the backfield to try and counter-attack. All the things you'd expect from French sides. I think there's times they don't look as organised as some of the others, which probably represents the position they face, but at home they don't disappoint to be big and look to counter-attack, so we have to be very, very aware of the threat. I've been there many times, both player in the old stadium and coaching in the new, so at times when they were right at the top of French rugby, and I coached in a full new stadium down there, which is very daunting place, so I'm expecting no less this weekend. Yeah, and I think it's an intriguing group, isn't it? You look at Lyon, they look a huge threat for everybody, and I think it's going to be interesting, as it always is, how do people approach the Challenge Cup. We can only approach it week by week. We can prepare for Perpignan. Lyon next week on Friday night, I think, will be a huge, indicator of where we're going to progress in this, and we see it as a major challenge. If we can get that, then wouldn't it be great to get, the key things of it, increasing the experiences you have is staying competitive. And I think, Gloucester, Rodney Parade would be fantastic if there was a lot riding on it. So, let's hope we can play well enough in the next 2 weeks to be able to keep those things alive.